Welcome back to QMV. Previous episode, we were traveling. So we're heading out from Nadi to the shuttle. This is a representative of the hotel. It's called Anchorage Hotel. And he was very friendly to greet us, and he was there waiting for us. And you can see just arriving from Nadi International Airport after it's a great flight. You can check the full flight details review in the description. So I've just been met by the driver to the hotel, and now we're just going to the car park. The car. Hello everyone, welcome back to QMB. In our previous episode, we looked at how our trip review on Sydney to Nadi, Fiji Airways Airbus A350 trip report. Today I've arrived at the hotel. This is Anchorage Beach Resort, and I'm going to do a full review of the hotel, of the facilities, of the restaurants, and of course the final scores at the end of what I think of this beautiful paradise. Alright, so here I am at the beautiful view. Now this is right next to the pool, and I have to give this place, I'm going to tell you the scores at the end, but I have to say this view is amazing. It's open, there's a boat, and now I have to show you, right, it just came, there will be a train coming here in the middle of the resort. Just wait a moment. And that's something you don't see every day in any other place. It's a train happening in the middle of the resort, going through these lines made of sugar. It's very interesting. Alright, so we saw the train and we saw the beautiful view. Now, just right behind me is a cabana, or kind of a cabana modification. Now, these they have a bed and a pillow and kind of like an enclosure because of the hot, stuffy weather. I have to admit, by the water and by the pool and swimming pool, it's actually quite nice, but this gives the extra comfort and enjoyment that you want on a paradise island. Something I did have to mention on the downside about this hotel, which it doesn't affect the beauty of the place or the calmness or the very friendly people here, but the towels, I did have to pay $40 deposit for them, for 2 towels. I think that's kind of excessive. They really want to make sure people don't take from the hotel, but if you really want to make a tropical bliss, you really have to have that certain level of trust between the customer and the hotel. Alright, so next I have to talk about the activities here. There is this awesome package, which is basically, if you have a look closer, it's basically a full day tour of the Fijian islands. You get snorkeling, fishing, some traditional items from the Fijian culture. So it's really something that's full on, and I'm gonna hope to try this. And there are also a range of activities. So next we're gonna look at the pool and then the facilities, and there's even a small shop. Okay, so this is the beautiful serene view from the lake, the river. You can see the beautiful stones and the clear water. So here we are. The areas around the hotels have been maintained for an eco-diverse reasons. I mentioned before about the view. You can see the small fish swimming around. So enjoy. Scenery. You can see the beautiful rocks, and inside the pool and outside. So it's really beautiful. If you look up ahead, you can see a magnificent kind of island made up of rocks with some dry patches, which is very peaceful and beautiful. To your left, you see the mountains up ahead, and that really gives a nice a nice scenery. You can see just a couple of minutes ago there were some people disembarking from the island strip in the middle of the jetway kind of. So it was really very peaceful and everyone here is very chill, which will bring us to our next point of the people here and the hospitality. Our next point is the hospitality of the Fijian people. The workers here were very polite. When I asked requested for some activities, they straight away started coming up with some ideas for traditional dances. The restaurant people were so nice and considerate, giving us our menus, always attentive. So I would give, at the end, of course, as I mentioned before, I'll be giving scores out. But I'm saying really, I can tell you now it will be a 5 out of 5 for hospitality and friendliness. Alright, so here is the pool. Like, it's a really nice size. There's plenty of space. There's a small jacuzzi, and there's actually a bar where there's operation. Right now it's not operational, but usually there is. There's a beautiful water feature fountain there, slowly trickling its way into the water. So I will soon have the privilege of trying it out. Hopefully we'll sip in a mocktail and we'll look at the restaurant facilities, but it's really looks very peaceful, and I checked the water temperature. It's perfect for the weather and the humidity. Now it's time to down to the outdoors and have a look around. You can see a beautiful tree, and right now I'm going to show you an before we go into the hut and also looking at the other features like the spa and some tourist attractions and all kinds of different activities here in Fiji, I have to mention this tree, and we have to look at this tree. It's so tall and it looks so old. I think it's some kind of World Heritage tree. I'll have to say I've never seen such an interesting and old tree, and it's right next to my cabin, so it's very interesting to have that kind of nature right next to the hotel. So another thing I have to mention is the quietness of this place. Now, again, I'll give the rating later, but you can see that there are the train tracks where you saw the train before. The train comes, I would say, 5 to 6 times a day. Not the best hearing noise, very interesting. But from resorts, there are not many people here currently. They will get overbooked soon, booked out. But currently now, it's very peaceful and serene. So, great rating for the calmness of this place. As you can see from our previous pictures, you see that we were going down the track, and we saw already all kinds of different varieties of fruit. Behind me a papaya tree, right over there, and back there a banana tree. So we'll just keep walking down the tracks and see where it leads. Well, there were some very friendly locals who were playing some music. You can enjoy the songs, and you'll see very friendly. Let me record them for my channel.
Where are you from?
Australia. Train up close, it's returning back from the load, so have a look at it. Next up, we looked at some views from the trip. This is from my drone. You can see the drone which I purchased in the description, if you'd like to have that one. So enjoy. And then after that, we'll be doing a little ad and some more trip. Hola! Now, right before we go into the cabins and to review them, I have to say the spa is one of the most relaxing places here at Anchorage, apart from the scenery you can see over here and the drone footage which I took, the kind of promotional video for the hotel. I have to say this is one of the most relaxing massages I've ever had. As a massage enthusiast, I cannot say the tropical pressures and the tropical scenery inside the massage parlor, it's incredible. I would definitely recommend this massage place. So now we're going to go into the cabin. This is the beautiful front entrance with the room number. And now entering. Alright, so straight away you see the beautiful roof and you see flowers, you see portraits. The housekeeping do make a bed every day. A nice ordered bed, 2 blankets and kind of like a place to put your stuff, a space for the luggage. You've got a desk with a traditional chair, kind of like stitching, a TV, remote. You've got some flowers that they put every day on the bed, which is sweet. They're light actually. It's beautiful. You've got 2 drawers, a lamp, and you've got the fans working. Okay. Then I have 2 chairs, traditional, and I have to mention the beautiful folding lines, traditional cabin. Open them up and get some fresh air. You've got a terrace with a jacuzzi, a nice view, and 2 tables and a chair. And even a little interesting artwork mask from traditional times, past times. Alright, so going back into the cabin, we'll now explore the features of the room, and I'll give this place a little bit of insight to what we are going to rate it. So we're going to work the aircon. The aircon is really good despite this humid weather. It's always nice to come back to the cabin for a nice evening cold dive, kind of. And then we have some lights. And we have some teas and coffee selection, glasses, and some snacks. Now we have a closet, pretty adequate in size. 2 sinks. Coming into the bathroom, we have a toilet, a shower curtain, and again some windows. So that's basically the features of the cabin. And of course a mini fridge, which I have to say does keep your drinks very cool, even to a point of ice. So you can see there is ice in this water. But a nice fridge, it works. Okay, so let's get out. I'm gonna have dinner now. I'm going to show you the full extent of the restaurant. You've already probably seen parts of the restaurant on the footage. You've seen the drinks that they prepared and the lunches. But now we're going to the restaurant where we're going to be seated and see what it actually is. Now heading up to the restaurant, it's 6 o'clock. So we are seating now going to the restaurant. After a great tour of the room, you could see it's quite great value for money, Anchorage Hotel. And this hotel is actually considered a 4-star hotel, so pretty good. At the restaurant, and you can see the menus just before, so getting ready for it. You can see a nice ornament here with fire they put at night. I think the purpose is to scare away the mosquitoes so they don't come biting the food around the food, or it could be a traditional. They did not really explain to us what it is, but it's a very nice decoration. And so now we're going to be looking at the food and the drinks and see what the menu has to offer. This is the tropical fruit punch and ceiling, and here's the food menu. Alright, so now we're going to do some shopping. Here's the shuttle again. He came on time this time, but there was a bit of confusion at the shopping mall, so let's go. Now arriving to Taupo City is one of the best shopping malls around there. There are also some markets and some great places to see. I'll mention later about where to go. There's Jack's. And now we are just heading up back, and after a great shopping tour, this is the areas of the roads. And now next up we're going to be doing some scenery touring and then have our conclusion. Alright, so after a great restaurant experience, now we're going to go to our conclusion of this magnificent event. Our next episode will be Nadi to Sydney, return, and that will be happening tomorrow. Alright, so before we finish off this video for today, I have to tell you some recommendations of what to do here in Nadi and Lautoka. So the best things to do is obviously shopping. There are some great shops out there. I would personally recommend there are Indian jewelry shops at good rates. The exchange rates currently is 1.5 for every AUD. That's the rate that I got, but they're pretty good rates. I would recommend Western Union, or there's in a shopping center, there's a shop, there's good rates, there's all around good rates around, so if you want to exchange money. The hotel that I stayed at did not exchange money, so that's for exchange money. Another thing is Jack's Clothing. They have a lot of souvenirs and things going on. Just around the corner there is markets, great markets. You can bargain there, you can do a lot of stuff there. I recommend that. So other activities in the Beach Combat Island tour, which I mentioned before, it was a bit expensive, but it was worth it if you want to go out at sea on the bumpy Pacific Ocean with a small boat. You can see the small boat over there and do some traditional activities and snorkeling, but apart from that there wasn't much to do here. but the pool was always something that was great. So in our next episode, we'll be going through Nadi to Sydney full business class economy review, and we'll be going on many tours and everything, plane spotting and all of that. Please like and subscribe to this video, and thank you so much for watching. Next episode, this is just a joke.
Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair. Low fares, made simple.
So actually, in our next episode, we'll be looking from Nadi to Sydney full trip review. Right, so the moment we'll be waiting for the scores for Anchorage Hotel. Cleanliness was a 4 out of 5. The housekeeping service was really good. The friendliness was 5 out of 5. I'll probably give it 7 out of 5 if it was possible. The food quality was 5 out of 5. Everything was so fresh and clean. The accommodation, the actual place, was 4 out of 5. The facilities were 3 out of 5.